Hey everybody, this is Andy Timmons from McKinney, Texas, and I'm here at the awesome Sweetwater facilities in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And I'm here to celebrate actually the release of a new JHS pedal that I've been involved with. It's called the AT Plus, or if you call it the AT, that's kind of appropriate because it has a little AT sign. But it's the AT Plus, and it's basically a slightly amended version of the original AT, which began as the Angry Charlie. So to give a little history of how the pedal got to the point where it is now, I had a friend of mine recommend the Angry Charlie to me years ago at a music shop, and I checked it out and loved it. And at one point, it ended up on my board, and I just really loved the tone. And it was basically all-in-one gain box, right? I could run it into the front end of a clean channel of my amp. I used the Mesa Lone Star for years, but if I couldn't have the Mesa, if it was a backline gig or something, I could take that pedal and really have a great lead tone. And so I took the time at an AM show one year to go to introduce myself to Josh Scott and to meet the guy that made the pedal and to thank him. And that kind of began a relationship. We got along great. And so he asked me what I would change about that pedal if I wanted to improve it for my own purposes. And we came up with a few tweaks, and that became the AT pedal. And essentially from the Angry Charlie, I changed the way the EQ and presence controls moved clockwise instead of counterclockwise. And then we added a variable wattage switch, which gives you the ability to change it from 100 watt to 50 and 25 watt feel. And then so that had been my main lead tone running into the clean channel of my Lone Star for quite a while. But as you usually do, you want to improve things even though you love what it is. And occasionally I would want just a little bit more gain, and I could try adding pedals to the signal chain. But I really thought the one pedal should be able to do everything you need, right? So Josh worked with me on that, and we added a gain stage to it. So I can have my lead tone set, but occasionally I may want a bit more gain added to it. So now I have an assignable gain that you can switch in, and I'll demo that for you in a second. The thing about the pedal is that we kept the circuit identical to the original AT pedal because I didn't want to alter anything. Sometimes you have to change things to add things to it, but it's the original AT design with a bit more gain now assignable, and that's variable as well. So let me give you an idea what the clean amp sounds like so you can understand that all the gain is coming from this pedal. So if I switch off the AT, and we're very low volume here in the studio. Normally I'd have it considerably louder, but for these purposes and everybody's ears. So now you'll hear me click on just the regular AT. And usually with my lead tones, I'm trying to get something that's warmer than bright, but with the right amount of gain to where I can still have fluidity in how I play to help the technique a little bit. And that's what's beautiful about the EQ controls. It's called EQ and air. You can equate it to treble and presence kind of thing. So it really helps you greatly tailor the top end to where it's not too bright and harsh, which I'm trying to avoid, and you can darken it up a little bit. Once you get the gain up a smidge, it tends to add brightness, right? So a little less of the sizzle that I'm trying to avoid. So that's the essential basic part of the original AT pedal. But now we've got this last channel of additional gain that you can assign to that, and occasionally I'll kick that in. It gives me just a little extra gear of gain to help with some of the more dexterous passages that are tougher when your tone's a little cleaner. Again, helping me straddle the balance between enough gain and a more pure tone. So it's always what I'm trying to achieve. That's pretty much it. That's the new AT Plus pedal. So thrilled to be working with JHS. It's been my main lead tone now for many years, starting with the Angry Charlie, then the AT, and now the AT Plus. And so it's a great working relationship. I look forward to continuing. And if you have any questions about the pedal, ask your Sweetwater sales engineer, and they can answer any of your questions about it. It's pretty straight ahead, but I hope you get a chance to check it out. It will definitely become one of your favorite pedals, and you can have a great lead tone no matter what you're presented with amp-wise. So thank you, and check it out.